chosen ones, empaths. You see, we face some real harsh times when dealing with the narcissist. Like, they put us through a lot of grief and pain. And it's like, they may even discard you or reverse discard you. But they put us through a lot of pain and devaluation, and, you know, they're basically sabotaging our life of true happiness, right? And it's like, they can cut you off, right? Give you silent treatment, ignore you, all of that. But the moment that you start to just ignore them, right, and get on with your life and get on with your healing and focus and take your healing journey seriously, where you're like, you know what? I don't want no disruptions. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to converse with you. I don't want any talk with you. I don't want any acknowledgement from your existence. And you don't acknowledge their existence anymore. You ignore them. They can't take it. And why they can't take it is because they need validation. They need validation. They want to feel important. You know, they want us preoccupied, living our life in accordance to them. And yeah, you know, they have us like that for a little while, don't they? We have to admit it. When you go for a discard or reverse discard, or even when you've had to cut them off because they're too abusive, which is basically like a reverse discard, you are preoccupied with them in mind, and you do have them on your mind for a while. But eventually that time passes. And eventually, if you take the healing journey seriously, you see, a lot of us as empaths, we fall into the trap of codependency, right? There's a lot of empaths that are codependents, and you fall into the trap of, you know, you be out of the relationship with a narcissist for a week, 2 weeks, maybe a month, 2 months. And then before you know it, you're with someone new and you're trying to heal through someone else. If you find yourself on that cycle, you really need to realize the superpower that you hold within, and the superpower in fact being alone. Because it's only when you actually go on this journey and healing journey of being alone, not depending on no one, not even friends, you know, you're just focused on your own journey, on your own healing. You know, you might be working in between this as well. And you're just focused, and you totally disregard the narcissist. You don't acknowledge the narcissist. You just ignore the narcissist completely. You're not trying to hunt them down. You're not trying to reach out to them. You're not texting them. You're not phoning them. You know, this is a brutal blow for the narcissist, because they really wanted you preoccupied, and they really anticipated that after this breakup that you lot had, you'd be fixated on them. But I want you to know that if you are one of those people that have rushed off with new people, you don't give yourself a chance to breathe, it can be very detrimental. It can be very detrimental for your recovery, I believe. You know, if you feel like you're not, you know, you do you. You know, I only can advise. But I feel like when I was in that position, when I was going through my bouts of loneliness and I had my issues with codependency, I found myself meeting other people, and I wasn't prepared. I wasn't ready, should I say. That's better. I mean, that's a better approach. I wasn't actually ready to engage with a new relationship. And I could have done, and I could have proceeded with these relationships. There was a few different individuals, but they were toxic as hell when I think back now, looking in retrospect. And I was just clutching to this person, like hoping for something to, you know, come out of it. But if you can focus on your healing journey, and you can focus on being alone, and not be preoccupied with the existence of the narcissist, you know, if you can do this when you're being alone, you don't need no distractions. This is a brutal blow, and the narcissist didn't anticipate this to work out the way it did. They didn't think you'd be able to forget about them. I know you might think from them time to time they may be there was a big part of your life for a period of time, right? So you will naturally think of them from time to time, but the rumination will fade. The less obsessive thoughts will fade, and they hate it. They hate this because you're not acknowledging them. You're not giving them the attention they feel like they're entitled to. They demand attention from you, and if you go quiet long enough, you know, you go quiet long enough and you just focus on your healing, they're gonna pop up. I've said it before. They pop up at the most unexpected time, the most time when you're so healed that you're like, whoa, is this person serious? Is this person really reaching out to me after all this time, you know? And they think they can talk to me like that. Like I've had experiences. Hi, how you doing? How the hell are you asking me, hi, how I'm doing after a number of years? You know? Why are you doing that? Are you weird? You're a weirdo, you know what I'm saying? They're weirdos. And when I ignored them, and then that's what I'm saying, if you ignore these Hoover attempts, that's even more fuel to the fire of burning them up. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna fill up, they're gonna feel pain, and they hate it because they always thought, because of the love that you gave, because of the care and the attention and the admiration that you gave towards this individual, they thought they would always have you in that scenario. They thought they would always have you in that frame of mind. They thought this frame of mind would continue indefinitely into the future, and it just doesn't. And that's why if you do go into new relationships very quickly and the narcissist hoovers, you'll feel a weakness to go back to the narcissist because you're not really enjoying yourself for this new person that you're with. You're not really connecting with them and bonding with them like the way you should do in a relationship. But the longer you spend your time alone, and then when you meet someone new, you'll meet someone new in preparation. It's like preparation work, inner work, spending this time alone before you meet the ideal candidate. And it helps you navigate through fakes, you know? Like last time I was on dating apps and stuff, it's not like I'm judging, right? Because we shouldn't judge. But like, even some of the stuff that was written on the profiles, I was like, this person's not on the level. For me, I need to know someone's inside. I need to know what someone's about in their brain, in their heart. That's what is attractive to me. Like, I've lost the superficial attraction. I can admire someone's beauty. Yes, I know what you're saying. I can admire someone's beauty and stuff like that. But I'm trying to say, for me, fundamentally, the inside, the conduct, the person, the way they're acting, that's what's attractive to me. And that's why I feel like I've healed enough not to fall victim to another narcissist. Or if I do fall victim to another narcissist, I'm going to have the tools that I need to get out unscathed. I'm going to get out quietly, you know? So, you know, if the narcissist catches wind that you're moving on, you will disrupt them for a period of time if you move on very quickly. But they know what you're about. They'll know that you're trying to heal through them because this is exactly what they're trying to do as well. They'll know the action of rushing out there and meeting someone new. It's like a rebound. You know, you fall into this rebound effect. But if you can process all your emotions, spend some time alone, ignore the narcissist, not validate the narcissist, then this is ultimately the best recipe to destroy them, you know? And you give it long enough, you'll get your closure that you need, you know? And you know, for example, when a narcissist hoovers after some time and does validate you again, I know it is only validation, but you know the power of what validation can do, because when a narcissist, after they've told you you're the worst person in the world, might have smeared your name, might have cut you off, discarded you, ghosted you, or done whatever, and then you find out after a few months or years that they reach out with a hoover, you know to yourself that you was preoccupied on their mind well before they even reached out for the hoover. The hoover was the last resort. There was a lot leading up to them actually doing and acting out in accordance with the hoover. You was on their mind for a long time before they actually done the deed and actually tried to hoover you, you know. And that's your closure that you need. It's a very significant step in the journey once you receive a hoover from a narcissist. It's a very significant step, and sometimes it's overlooked. A lot of the early hoovers, you overlook them as just calls or talking. But if you think back, you've actually experienced hoovers most likely, and you don't even realize it. So just understand that if you can just ignore the narcissist and get on with your life and get on with your healing and focus on the importance of your healing and take it seriously, ignoring the narcissist will be a crushing blow. And they basically don't like it because you're not validating them, and then they really thought they had you worked out, that you were going to be chasing after them for the rest of your days. So anyway, thank you for watching today. Please press the like and the subscribe button. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can find a link in the description box. And if you'd like a one-to-one session with myself, you can also find a link in the description box. Currently, I've got the secondary channel, the spiritual channel. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.